Hello, this is Psych Central's Ask the Therapist, and this is Dr. Dan Tomasulo. I'm Dr. Marie Hartwell-Walker. We're two of the therapists who respond on Ask the Therapist. And one of the things that we're asked about pretty frequently is, should I go to couple therapy or should I go to individual therapy, or what's this group therapy thing about?
Right.
And so we're now putting together a little series talking about each of these kinds of therapy. So today we're going to talk about couple therapy, and you can also look for the other types of therapy on other videos.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to talk about couples.
I am. One of the things, so I've had training in like individual, couple, and group,
Yes.
right? And I've also been in individual therapy, couple therapy, and group therapy. And what I can tell you is that couple therapy is by far, the most difficult kind of therapy to be on the receiving end of. And I also think it's the most difficult kind of therapy to do as a therapist. Now, that's just my opinion, but the reason why is that in individual therapy, you know, you go in, you talk with somebody, and it's, you know, one-on-one for a period of time. Then you have a week where you can think about things and, you know, ponder it and go off. And in couple, there's a whole bunch of people that get together very intensely, but basically strangers. But
No, you're talking about group.
Yeah.
A group of people.
Oh, yeah,
together.
I'm sorry. Did I say couple?
Yes, you
So
That's
in
right.
couple therapy,
in couple therapy, it's two people who get together with you.
Yes.
Although they bring a whole pantheon of
right.
people
It
with
feels
them
like group.
in the room, because nobody is really by themselves.
That's right.
Okay.
That's
and
right.
then you don't just have that luxury of one person pondering. You have one person pondering and another person saying, that's not how it went.
That's not how it went.
You know?
So what happens is, it's like if you're the therapist, you're basically entering a culture of two.
That's right.
You know, every couple is this sort of micro culture, and they have their own language, their own emotions, their own things, or like that. And part of it is getting up to speed with what's the language in this culture,
Right.
and trying to learn that. The other thing is, and again, between individual and group, if you do individual, you can talk a little bit about stuff, and then the person thinks about it, goes off and does it. In group, it's very intense, and you do your work, and then everybody goes away and then comes back. But in couple,
They go home.
they go home. And they go together. So if you have one small intervention with a couple,
Right.
like this is very often what I'll do. I'll hear couples that criticize one another. You know, I'll say, I'd like you to compliment each other twice a day. And I come back, and the whole it was hard. I forgot. I didn't do this. Because one little intervention has this ripple effect over and over again. On the good news side, when something works, it works very quickly, because now you have hundreds of interactions during the week. And when a couple makes a change like that, then they start to have a sustainable change fairly quickly, because they have a lot of time to practice it.
You know, I find it very hopeful when a couple comes to us, because they could just as easily be going to a lawyer's office.
True enough.
They're not
Very
going to a
true.
lawyer's office. So I already see a couple who comes to us, usually, not always, as saying, we have some hope left.
There's hope, right.
There's still hope left. And our job is to find that.
Yeah.
And to help. I mean, these are people who loved each other once, and who...
and may still.
Yeah. And how to find that part of each other again that was lovable when there have been layers of disappointment, betrayal, heat.
Right.
I think the challenge for us as couple therapists, and it is my favorite, you know, is not getting inducted into somebody's side.
Yes, right.
And that's a real danger, because if they leave with either one of them feeling like, I'm on her side, I'm on his side,
Right.
then we've now become part of the problem.
Yeah, sure.
And to
exactly.
try to work before the end of the session with, this isn't about sides, it's not about blame, you're in this together, you created this together, you've come here together.
Yes.
So how can you work together to get on the same team?
Right.
Against a problem, instead of on different teams against each other.
Good.
And that's part of the pleasure of this work, is that when you see that shift, or when people experience that shift, it's really very delightful for the therapist, and I think very gratifying for the couple. That's what they came to us for, is to get back on that same team.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.